Have you ever felt like you were meant for something bigger, but a tiny voice inside your head keeps whispering that you are not good enough? We often watch others succeed and think they were just born brave. But the truth is, living without self-belief is like driving a car with the handbrake firmly pulled up. You have the engine, you have the fuel, but fear keeps you completely stuck. If you have ever felt invisible or afraid to show your true potential, stay with me. This story might just be the exact spark you need to finally release that brake. In a small, bustling town, there was a young man named Elias. Elias was a baker, but not just any baker. He had a gift. When he mixed flour, water, and yeast, he created absolute magic. His pastries were light, his bread was perfectly crisp, and his flavors were unforgettable. But nobody in the town knew Elias's name. You see, Elias was paralyzed by shyness. He hid in the hot, dusty back room of the bakery, working from midnight until dawn while his older brother ran the storefront. His brother was loud, charismatic, and happily took all the credit for the incredible food. Elias never complained. He told himself that he was just a quiet person, that he didn't belong in the spotlight, and that people would laugh at him if he ever tried to speak up. He lived his life in the shadows, constantly afraid of being judged, afraid of making a mistake, and most of all, afraid of being seen. One day, the town held a massive food festival. People from all over the country came to taste the local dishes. Elias's brother fell sick the night before the event. The opportunity was right there. Elias had to run the stall himself. He spent the entire night baking his masterpiece, a special kind of sweet bread he had never shared with anyone. But when the morning came and the festival gates opened, a massive crowd flooded in. Elias stood behind his small wooden table, watching hundreds of faces pass by. His hands began to shake. His chest felt tight. Whenever someone stopped to ask what he was selling, his throat dried up. He mumbled, looked down at his shoes, and the customers simply walked away, thinking he was rude or that his food wasn't worth their time. By noon, he hadn't sold a single piece of bread. The pain of rejection and his own internal fear became too much to handle. Elias quietly packed up his beautiful, untouched food, left the festival, and went to sit alone by the edge of the town's quiet lake. He threw a piece of his perfect bread into the water for the ducks, feeling like an absolute failure. He decided right then and there that he would never try to step out of his comfort zone again. As he sat there, wiping his eyes, an older gentleman named Mr. Harris sat down next to him. Mr. Harris was a retired teacher who came to the bakery every single morning. He knew Elias was the one actually doing the baking, even if the brother took the credit. Mr. Harris looked at the packed-up food and sighed. He asked Elias why he was hiding by the lake when the biggest festival of the year was happening. Elias poured his heart out. He confessed his fear, his shaking hands, and how he felt he was just born broken and cowardly. Mr. Harris smiled gently. He said, "You know, if you look at videos on how to build self-confidence, people think it is a magic pill. They think you just wake up one day and the fear is gone. But that is a lie. The psychology of self-esteem is actually very simple. Confidence is not the absence of fear. Confidence is taking action even when your hands are shaking." Elias looked confused. He asked how he could possibly take action when he was too scared to even say hello to a customer. The old man offered him a deal. He told Elias that he would teach him the secret to true strength, but Elias had to complete 3 small tasks over the next 3 days. Having nothing left to lose, Elias agreed. The first task was simple. Mr. Harris told Elias to bake 3 small loaves of bread, walk into the town square, and give them away to 3 complete strangers. The only rule was that he had to look them in the eye and smile. The next day, Elias walked into the square. His heart was pounding. He approached a woman sitting on a bench, handed her the bread, forced himself to look into her eyes, and smiled. She smiled back warmly and thanked him. He did it 2 more times. It was terrifying, but when he walked home, he felt a strange, tiny spark in his chest. He had survived. The second task was a bit harder. Mr. Harris brought a young orphan boy to the bakery kitchen. He told Elias, "Today you will teach this boy how to knead dough." Elias panicked. He wasn't a teacher, but as he showed the boy how to fold the dough, he realized something amazing. He knew exactly what he was talking about. He saw the boy looking up to him with pure respect. For the first time, Elias realized that he had actual value to share with the world. His knowledge was real. On the 3rd day, Mr. Harris gave him the final task. He told Elias to set up a small table outside the bakery for just 1 hour and offer free samples of his sweet bread to anyone who walked by. He had to tell them the story of how he created the recipe. Elias almost backed out. The memory of the festival failure rushed back, but he remembered the smile of the strangers, and he remembered the respect in the little boy's eyes. He set up the table. When the first person walked by, Elias's voice trembled, but he offered a piece of bread. He explained how he mixed honey and cinnamon to get the perfect crust. The customer tasted it, closed their eyes, and said it was the best thing they had ever eaten. Within 30 minutes, a crowd had gathered. Elias was still nervous, but the fear was no longer controlling him. He realized that people were not there to judge him. They were there to enjoy what he had to offer. Months passed, and the quiet, hidden baker was completely transformed. Elias eventually opened his own bakery, proudly putting his name on the sign above the door. He still felt nervous sometimes, but he never let it stop him again. He realized that the world only sees you the way you choose to present yourself. If you hide, the world will let you stay hidden. If you step into the light, the world will see your brilliance. So, as you walk your own path, remember these lessons on personal growth and how to be confident. You have the power to overcome fear and build confidence every single day. Having a success mindset means you stop overthinking and start taking action, no matter how small that action is. It all comes down to high self-esteem, deep motivation, and a daily choice to always believe in yourself. True self-confidence is your greatest weapon in this life, and it is built one small, brave step at a time. If this story brought a little light to your day, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps bring more meaningful stories to life. Keep believing in yourself, take that small step today, and I will see you in the next one.